Hello. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. So we will continue from the last lecture. There are few problems remaining on probability distribution and binomial distribution. So we will continue with them. The first question today is probability distribution of a random variable x is given below. Probability distribution table is given to us and we are asked to find the variance of x. So what is variance of x? The formula for variance of x is e of x square minus e of x whole square. So this is the formula for variance of x. So now we have to individually calculate e of x first. First we have to calculate e of x and then we have to calculate e of x square. So what is the formula for e of x? That is expectation of x. It is given by summation of x into p of x, isn't it? It is summation of x into p of x. Where x runs from what? X runs from 0 to 4. It runs from 0 to 4. So we will first calculate e of x. So we have very easy to calculate e of x. It is 0 into 0.1. That is 0 into 0.1. So next one is 1 into 0.4. 1 into 0.4 plus 2 into 0.3 plus 3 into 0.2 plus 4 into 0. So we will just multiply every term and then we add them together. Okay. So what is 0 into 0.1? It is 0 plus 1 into 0.4 it is 0.4 plus 2 into 0.3 it is 0.6 plus 3 into 0.2 it is again 0.6 plus 4 into 0 it is 0. So what is the addition here? It is 1.6. It is 0.4 plus 0.6 it is 1 and 0.6 is 1.6. So this value is e of x. Now we will have to calculate e of x square. E of x square. So how did we calculate e of x? Here it was x, so in the formula here it was x. So similarly for x square we have summation. So x for x, so x square for x. So we have x square into p of x is equal to x. So first x square, that is x is first it is 0, so 0 square into 0.1 plus now 1 square into 0.4 plus 2 square into 2 square into 0.3 plus 3 square into 0.2 plus 4 square into 0. So this value will be 0 plus 1 square it is 1, 1 into 0.4 it is 0.4 plus 2 square it is 4, 4 into 3, 0.3 it is 1.2, 1.2 plus 3 square is 9, 9 into 0.2 it is 9 into 2 is 18, that is 1.8 plus 4 square into 0 is 0. So zero point 0.4 plus 1.2 plus 1.8 it is 1.2 plus 1.8 it is 3 and 3.4. So e of x square is equal to 3.4. So now we will use formula for variance of x. So variance of x is formula is e of x square minus e of x whole square. E of x square minus e of x whole square. Now we will put the values that we have already calculated. So value for e of x square was 3.4 minus e of x whole square is whole square. So value of e of x is 1.6. So 1.6 squared. So now, so this will be 3.4 minus 2.56. So the subtraction is 0.84. 0.84. So that will be the correct option. The third option will be the correct option. So you have to remember this formula first. Variance of x is equal to e of x square and minus e of x whole square. So this one is the formula for expectation of x, and this one is expectation of x square. So if it is suppose you have to calculate a of x cube, you have to just put x cube here, x cube. So that is how you calculate expectation. Okay? Expectation value. This is also called as mean value, mean or expectation. Okay. Now next question. See, the question is a card is chosen from a well-shuffled pack of cards. So a card is chosen. What is the number of total number of cards in a deck of cards? It is 52. So n is equal to what? It is 52. The probability of getting an ace of spade or jack of diamonds. What is? We have been asked to find the probability of getting an ace of spade. So this is one card and this one another card. Okay. There are two cards. So what is probability for this card? Probability for this card must be 1 by 52. So total number of, so we already know what is probability. How it is given? It is given by n of a divided by n of s, number of space. This n is equal to 52. It is n of s, total sample space. What is our sample space? It is total number of cards in a day. What is the total number of cards in a day? It is 52. So 1 divided by 52 is the probability of getting an ace of spade. Similarly, the probability of getting jack of diamond is jack of diamond. It is again a single card, so the probability will be 1 upon 52 for it as well. Both the probabilities are same. So what is the total probability? It is 1 divided by 52 plus 1 divided by 52, that is 2 divided by 52, or we can write 1 divided by 26. So 1 divided by 26 is the correct option. Okay? So whenever one random card is selected, the probability of getting that card is 1 by 52. So that's what we use here. So we are using two cards, so total probability will be 2 by 52, that is 1 upon 26. Now next question. So see what is asked here. Two coins are tossed and we have to find the probability distribution of number of tails. So we have to find the probability of getting number of tails. Okay. What is the result when two coins are tossed? What is the sample space? It is given by HH, HT, TH, TT. So this is the sample space when two coins are tossed. Two coins are tossed. Okay. When two coins are tossed, sample space is S is equal to HH, HT, TH, TT. So this is the sample space. So see here we have to find the probability distribution. Probability distribution. That is what we have to find out. So what can be the values of getting tail? Either we can get 0 tails, 1 tail, or maximum 2 tails. So that will be the values of x. So 0, 1 and 2. So now if you look in the sample space, so how many times have you got no 0, no tail for this value? Okay, for this value we have no tail in the result. Okay, so for 1, so probability of getting 0 tails is 1 by 4. Okay, so what is the total number of results or number n of s is equal to what? It is 4. So the probability of getting no tail is 1 by 4. So for one tail, so see here, for these two values we have only one tail. Okay, only one tail. So the probability will be 2 by 4, and similar for getting both tails, that is 1 by 4. So this will be the answer. Okay, 1 by 4 1 by 2, 1 by 4. So that will be the correct option. Okay. So this will be the correct option. Second one. Next question. The CDF of a discrete random variable x is given. So CDF means cumulative. Okay. So this here it is f of x is given, not p of x. You have to remember this. P of x is not given here. Okay. What is given? F of x. That is cumulative frequency distribution. So now, and we have to find probability of 1 less than x less than or equal to 4. So how can we calculate that? So we have been asked to find value of p of 1 less than x less than or equal to 4. Simply we can also write it as 1 probability of 2. See here, here it is 1 less than x. So instead of 1 less than x, we can write 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. So for when cumulative distribution function is given, okay, CDF is given, we can directly calculate this like this. F of maximum value is 4 minus f of 2. The difference between them is equal to what? That is probability. Okay. So f of 4 minus f of 1. Sorry. We are calculating for 1, so here it will be 1. Okay. So 2 to 4, this cumulative frequency we need to calculate. So we will put 1 here. Okay. So f of 4 minus f of 1 is 0.91. That is f of 4 minus f of 1 is 0.41. So what is the subtraction? 0.91 minus 0.41, it is 50, 0.50, that is equal to 0.5. So this will be the correct option. Okay, you just have to remember that this is f of x was given. Okay, f of x was given, not p of x. If this was p of x, this was p of x, and you had to find this. You have to calculate for every value. Okay, so p of 1 less than x less than 4. So you should have calculated this. Okay, p of 2 plus p of 3 plus p of 4. If PDF was given, okay, probability distribution function was given. In this way, we should have calculated this. Okay, but we were given f of x. Okay, so f of x, when f of x is given, there is different method to calculate that we just used here. Okay. Next question. So again, we are given cumulative density function. Okay, so discrete random variable x. So again, we are given f of x, not p of x. Okay, so we will use similar method. So we have to calculate p of x less than or equal to 4 divided by x greater than minus 1. Okay, divided by x greater than minus 1. So first we have to calculate the probabilities of each x. So we have to calculate this. Okay, probability for each x. So how can we calculate that? See this. Probability of x is equal to 0 is equal to what? Probability of x is equal to 0 is, so we will just calculate those probabilities which we need to solve this. Okay, so first is probability of x is equal to 0. How can we calculate that? See here, we are calculating probability for this value. So we will use f of 0 minus 2. We will use this quantity. Okay, so f of 0 minus f of minus 1, previous term, f of minus 1. Okay, so f of 0 minus f of minus 1, which is equal to, which is equal to 0.6 minus 0.51, that is equal to 0.05. Okay, similarly we will find other probabilities as well. Okay, so probability of x is equal to 2. What is, how can we calculate it? Probability of x is equal to 2 is similarly to 2. So we will first calculate f of 2 minus f of 0 minus f of 0. So what will be probability of x is equal to 4? That is probability of 4 minus, sorry, f of 4 minus f of 2. Okay, so that's how you can calculate probability of each random variable. So again, for probability of x is equal to 6, how can you calculate that? It is f of 6 minus f of previous x, okay, that is f of 4. Again, probability of x is equal to 8 is f of 8 minus f of 6. F of 8 minus f of 6. Okay. So now we will put all these values. So f of 2 minus f of 0 is 0.75 minus 0.6, that is what, 0.15. Next value is 0.80 minus 0.75, that is 0.05. Next is 0.95 minus 0.80 is equal to 0.15. Again, what is the value of f of 8? It is 1 minus 0.95. It is 0.05. So these are all the values that we need to calculate what is asked. Okay. So now we will try to solve it. So p of x less than or equal to 4 over x greater than minus 1 is equal to what? How can it be given? It is given by probability of first x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 2 plus probability of x is equal to 4. So those were the probabilities less than, okay, x less than or equal to 4. Okay. Now for x greater than minus 1, what will be the probabilities for x greater than minus 1? That can be given by probability of x is equal to 0. So see, x greater than minus 1. So you will take all the values that are greater than minus 1. So probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 2 plus probability of x is equal to 4 plus probability of x is equal to 6 plus probability of x is equal to 8. Okay. So all the probabilities that are for values x greater than minus 1. Okay. So now we will put all those values. So p of x is equal to 0 is 0.05 plus probability of x is equal to 2 is 0.15 plus probability of x is equal to 4, it is 0.05 again. So we'll put all those values here. So again, for probability of x is equal to 0, it is 0.05 plus for x is equal to 2, 0.15 plus for x is equal to 4, it is 0.05 plus 0.15 plus 0.05. So now their addition is 0.25. So 0.15 plus zero point 0.5 is zero point 0.2. 0.2 plus 0.055 is 0.25. So in the denominator, the sum is 0.45. So this is 5 plus 15, that is 20. 20 plus this must be 0.5. What is the value of this? X is equal to 4. For x is equal to 4, it is 0.05. It's 0.05. So 5 plus 15, 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. 25 plus 15 is 40. 40 plus 5 is 0.45. That is equal to 25 divided by 45. You divide it by 4, we have 5 5s are 25, 5 9s are 5 divided by 9. So the correct option is 5 divided by 9. So you have to remember this, okay? F of x, when f of x is given and when p of x is given. That is how you find out values of p, okay? So you have to subtract the next f of x to the one before it. Okay? The difference is p of x. And next question is, continuous random variable is given here. Okay? Continuous random variable is given here. So f of x is equal to what? F of x is given like this. F of x is equal to 0.1 x for 0 less than x less than 5. So these are our limits and we have to find out the value of probability of x greater than 3 series greater than 3. So how can we calculate the x greater than 3? See, here it is, the upper limit is 5 and we have to find the limit, find the probability of x greater than 3. So how can we calculate the probability of x greater than 3 is equal to what? It is equal to, see, generally limits are like this, okay, minus infinity to infinity. For this function limits are 0 to 5, but we have to find only for the value of x greater than 3. Okay, for greater than 3, so we will put 3 as lower limit. So integration 3 to 5, integration 3 to 5 in f of x dx, which is equal to integral 3 to 5 0.1 x dx, that is equal to 0.1 integral 3 to 5 x dx. So that is 0.1 is constant. 0.1 into what? So integration of x is x square by 2 divided by 3 to 5. Now we will put limits. Okay, 0.1. So upper limit is x 5. So x square will be 25 divided by 2 minus lower limit is 9 divided by 2. So we have 0.1 into this denominator as same. So difference between numerator is 25 minus 9, it is 16 divided by 2, that is equal to what? 0.8. 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. 8 into 0.1, it is 0.8. So this is the correct option. Okay? This one is the correct option. Now next question is, when we are given a distribution of a random variable and we have to find the mean and variance. So how can we have already solved such examples? Okay. So how mean is calculated? The formula for mean is summation x into t of x is equal to x, and k runs from, for this distribution, k runs from 1 to 4. See here, it is just a multiplication of x and t of x, and then we will add all the values. So first is 1 into 0.2, plus second one is 2 into 0.15, plus third one is 3 into 0.3. We are just multiplying these values. Okay, 2 into 0.15 plus 3 into 0.3 plus 4 into 0.35. So now we will multiply it. So 0.2 into 1, it is 0.2, plus 2 into 0.15, it is 0.3, plus 3 into 0.3, it is 0.9, plus 4 into 4 into 0.35 is 1.4. 1.4. So the addition will be 0.5 plus 9, it is 1.4 plus 1.4, that is equal to 2.8. So 2.8 is our mean. Okay, so this option and this option has mean is equal to 2.8. So we have to now check for variance. If variance is 1.26 or 1. So how variance is calculated? The formula for variance is, we have already used that formula in previous examples. Okay, so variance is given by e of x square minus e of x whole square. Okay, so we have already calculated this. So this is the value of e of x. Now we will first calculate e of x square, expectation of x square, and then we will put these values here in order to find variance. So what is e of x square? So for x square it is here. Here it is 1. So 1 square into 0.2 plus 2 square into 0.15 plus 3 square into 0.3 plus 4 square into 0.35. Okay, so what will be the value? 1 square, that is 1, 0.2 into 1, it is 0.2, plus 2 square, that is 4 into 0.15, 4 into 0.15, that is 3 square is 9. 9 into 0.3 plus 4 square, it is 16 into 0.35. What will be the multiplication? Here it is 0.2 plus 6, sorry, 0.6. Here it is 0.6 plus 2.7 plus what is 16 into 35? So I will multiply it here. 13 into 6, 35 into 16 is 6.60. Okay, so the answer will be 6.60. So now we will add them. Okay, so 6 plus 7, it is 13. 13 plus 6, 19, that is 9.1. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 2, it is 9. So we have 9.9. So e of x square is equal to what? It is 9.9. So now we will put all these values in the formula of variance of x. So variance of x, that is e of x square, is equal to 9.9 minus what is e of x whole square, that is 2.8 whole square. Okay, 2.8 whole square. Now if you calculate this, you will get this value, okay, 1.26. Just calculate this. This 9.9 minus 2.8 square. Square of this, write it here. The subtraction will be 1.26. So this will be the correct option. Okay. So next question. Next question is, what is the question? In tossing 8 coins, so we are tossing 8 coins, the probability of getting exactly 3 tails. So we have to find the probability of getting exactly 3 tails. So what is the probability of getting a tail? Probability of getting tail. For if you are tossing a single coin, so what will be the probability of getting a single tail? It will be half, 1 by 2. So probability of getting tail is half, and probability of getting head or not getting tail is again half. So p is equal to what? Half. So we know that for a binomial distribution, p plus q is equal to 1. So that is q is equal to 1 minus p, which is equal to 1 minus half, means half. Okay. This is our binomial distribution. And so what is given here? How many coins are we tossing? 8 coins. So number n is equal to number of coins is equal to 8. So n is equal to what? It is 8. So required probability, how it is given? In binomial distribution, how probability is given? So we are calculating probability for x is equal to 3. So how it is given? It is given by ncx p raised to p raised to x into q raised to n minus x. So what is the value of n? It is 8. And what is the value of x? It is 3. So 8 c3. And what is p? Value of p and q both are 1 by 2. So we will put those values in this equation. So half raised to x, that is 3. Half raised to 3 into half raised to q raised to n minus x, means n is equal to what? What is n minus x? It is 5 minus, sorry, 8 minus 3, that is equal to 5. So n minus x is 5. So we have to calculate this one. What is 8c3? How can we calculate 8 choose 3? That is 8 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 5 factorial. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for this 5 factorial, first 5 terms will be cancelled. So we will be remain with 6, 7, 8 divided by 3 factorial. That is 3 into 2. So 3 into 2, this will get cancelled. So we are remain with 7 into 8. So 1 by 2 cube means 1 upon 8 into what is 2 raised to 5. 2 raised to 5 means, see this, 2 into 2 it is 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 2 is 16, and 16 into 2 is 32. Okay, 32. So 8 and 8, they will be, so 1 divided by 32. So this 8 and 8 they will get cancelled, and we will be remaining with 7 divided by 32. 7 divided by 32. So this will be the correct option. Okay. Just remember this formula for binomial distribution. How it is given? P of x is equal to x is given by ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. So this is formula for binomial distribution. Okay. Generally, when coins are tossed, p and q values of p and q are half. Next question. What is mean of f of x is equal to 3x plus 2, where x is a random variable with probability distribution. So probability distribution is already given. This has no use to find the probability distribution. We have the table for distribution, so we will use the basic formula for mean. Okay, so what is the formula? It is summation x p of x is equal to x, and x runs from 1 to 4. So we will calculate that. Okay, so how it is given? It's 1 into 1 by 6, 1 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 1 by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 3 plus 4 into 1 by 6. Okay, so what are the values? It's 1 by 6 plus 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2 plus 4 divided by 6. So now we will make the denominators equal. So how can we make that? 1 by 6 plus it is 3 by 6. Sorry, 4 by 6. It is 4 by 6. If we multiply this portion by 2, so we will get 4 by 6 plus again this 3 by 3, if we multiply by 2 we get 6 by 6 plus 4 by 6. So now all the denominators are same or equal, so we will just add numerators. So what is the addition of numerator? It is 6 plus 4, it is 10, 10 plus 4, 14 plus 1, it is 15 divided by 6. So 15 divided by 6. If we divide whole quotient by 3, we have 3 5s are 15 and 3 2s are 6. So the correct option is third one, that is 5 divided by 2. Okay. Now we will solve next question. That is, see here what is asked? 4 into variance of x minus e of x square. So probability distribution table is given, and we have to find out 4 into variance of x minus e of x square. Okay, that is what we have to find. So how can we find that? First, we have to separately calculate variance of x and e of x square. So first, so finding what is variance of x. Formula for variance of x is e of x square minus e of x whole square. Okay, so first we have to calculate e of x. So how can we calculate that? We have already used that. So e of x is equal to summation x into e of x is equal to x. Okay, so we just multiply these terms. Okay, all these terms. So 0 into zero point 0.3 plus 1 into 0.4 plus 3 into 0.1 plus 7 into 0.2. So the multiplication will be 0 plus 0.4 plus 0.3 plus 1.4. So the multiplication will be 2.1. 2.1. So zero point 0.4 plus zero point 0.3 is zero point 0.7. 1.4 plus 7 is 2.1. So now we have to calculate e of x square. It will be used in both var x and this. Okay. So e of x square is, see this. What is the formula for e of x? It was x p of x. So what will be the formula for e of x square? It is summation x square p of x is equal to x. So, so for x we use x in the formula. Similarly for x square we will use x square in the formula. Okay. So now we have what is the value of x square, that is 0 square for first term, 0 square into 0.3 plus 1 square into 0.4 plus 3 square into 0.1 plus 7 square into 0.2. So this will be 0 plus 0.4 plus what is 3 square, it is 9, 9 into 0.1 it is 0.9 plus 7 square it is 49, 49 into 2, what is 49 into 2, it is 98, 98 means 9.8. So if we add this, what will we get? The addition will be 11.1. So E of x square is 11.1. So now we have to put these values in above formula to solve it. Okay? So now we have E of x and E of x square. So first we will calculate variance of x. So how it is given? Variance of x is equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square. Okay. So what is E of x square that we just calculated? It is 11.1 minus what is E of x whole square? It is 2.1 square. That is 2.1 bracket square. So what is square of 2.1? It is 4.41. Because 21 square is 441. So 2.1 square is 4.41. That is 11.1 minus 4.41 is equal to what? It is 6.69. So variance of x is equal to what? Variance of x is equal to 6.69. So now we have variance of x as well, and we also have E of x square. Okay, E of x square. So the question is, what is value of 4 variance of x minus E of x square? So now we will put the values in this equation. Okay, so 4 into variance of x. What is variance of x? It is 6.69. 6.69 minus E of x square, which is equal to 11.1. 11.1. What is 6.69 into 4? So 6.69 into 4, it is 26.76. It is 26.76 minus this 11.1. So what will be the subtraction here? It will be 15.66. Okay, 15.66. So that will be the correct option. Okay, so what we did here, first we found out the value of E of x square. So first we have to also you have to calculate variance of x, and for variance of x, E of x is also needed. So we calculated E of x and E of x square. By using both these values, we calculated variance of x. Then we just put all these values here and we calculated the final answer. So now next question is, a random variable x has the probability distribution following the probability distribution of the given question. Okay. So this table is given to us, and we have to find out the value of p of x greater than 0. See this, p of x greater than 0. So probability of this will not be needed. So we have to calculate the probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3. But the probabilities are not directly given. Okay. So first we have to calculate the value of a. So how can we calculate the value of a? We know that summation of probabilities, sum of all the probabilities is always 1. So 2a plus 3a plus 4a plus a is equal to what? It is 1. So all these probability they will combine and we will get the answer as 1. Okay. So what is 2a plus 3a? 10a. Total it is 2a plus 3 it is 5a. 5 plus 4 9a. 9a plus 8 is 10a. 10a is equal to 1. So a is equal to what? It is 1 divided by 10. Now we have to find the value of p of x greater than 0. See, we have to find the value of p of x greater than 0. So x is equal to 0. This probability is not needed. So all the probabilities above it. So we will have to calculate them. Okay. So first we have to calculate the probability of x is equal to 1. plus probability of x is equal to 2 plus probability of x is equal to 3. Okay. So what is probability of x is equal to 1? It is 3a plus for 2 it is 4a plus for x is equal to 3 it is a. The total is 8a. Okay. This is the total. But we know the value of a now. So what is the value of a? It is 8 into 1 by 10. So value of a is 1 by 10. So 8 into 1 by 10 is 0.8. 0.8. So 0.8 is the correct option here. Okay. Next question. So very similar question like the previous one. We have to find the value of probability distribution is already given, and we have to find the value of p of x less than 1. See, p of x less than 1. So this is 1 here, so we have to calculate these three values. Okay, probabilities for these three values. So first we will calculate value of b. So how can we calculate that? Like similar example. So summation of p of x is equal to x is always 1. So total probability is always 1. So 4b plus 5b plus 2b plus b plus 2b is equal to what? It is 1. So total probability is always 1. So 4b plus 5b it is 9b. 9b plus 2b it is 11b. 11b plus b it is 12b. 12b plus 2b it is 14b is equal to 1. That is b is equal to what? It is 1 divided by 14. Now we will calculate what is asked. Okay, so p of x less than 1, that we have to calculate. Okay? So what is p of x less than 1? So here it is 1, so we have to calculate the probability for these three terms. Okay? So we have to calculate probability of minus 2 plus probability of minus 1 plus probability of 0. So what is probability of minus 2? It is 4b plus for minus 1 it is 5b plus for 0 it is 2b. So what is the addition? 4b plus 5b plus 2b it is 11b. So, but we know the value of b, that is 1 divided by 14. So something is wrong here. Okay. 4b, 5b, 2b. This is correct. So what is 4b plus 5b plus 2b plus b plus 2b is equal to 1. So 4 plus 5 is 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 2 it is 11, 11 plus 1 is 12, 12 plus 2 it is 14, 14 b is equal to 1, that is b is equal to 1 divided by 14. So this is correct for p less than minus 1. So we have to find the probability for x less than 1. Okay, so what is probability of these three terms? That is p of minus 2 plus p of minus 1 plus p of 0, which is equal to 4b plus 5b plus 2b. So this is 11b. 11b. That is 11 is what is value of b? It is 1 by 14. So it is 11 divided by 14. So it should be 11 divided by 14. The answers are wrong. So this is not the answer. Okay. So the correct answer is 11 by 14, not this one. Okay. Next question. Probability distribution is given here. Okay, but we are not given it directly in the table. So we will first calculate all the probabilities and draw a table. Okay, so our table is like this: x, p of x is equal to x. So we will calculate the probability for each value of x. Okay, so the values of x are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so for each value of x, we will calculate the probability. Okay, so the probability function is already given here. Okay. For a 0, so this what does this sign mean? It is 5cx. So p of x is equal to what? 1 by k 5cx. Okay, so this is same as 5cx. So for value x, for first value 0, so this phi c0, first we have to put for p is equal to, for p of x is equal to 0, it is 1 by k into phi c0. So what is phi c0? Value of phi c0, it is always 1. So we have probability is equal to 1 by k. Now for p of probability of 1. What is probability of 1? So we will put x is equal to 1 in this formula. Okay? So 1 by k into phi c1. So what is phi c1? It is phi. So phi by k. Phi divided by k. So what is value of phi c1? How can you calculate phi c1? We calculate it like this. Okay? So 5 factorial divided by 1 factorial, 5 minus 1 factorial, which is equal to what? 5 factorial divided by 1 factorial, 4 factorial. So this 4 factorial, it will cancel out the first 4 terms of this factorial. So only 5 will remain. Okay? So 5 by k. That is why the value of phi c1 is equal to 5 by k. Now we will calculate the next value, that is for x is equal to 2. So probability of x is equal to 2 is, probability of x is equal to 2 is 1 by k. Phi choose 2. So phi choose 2 is what? 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 3 factorial. So this 3 factorial cancel out for first 3 factors. Okay. So 4 and 5 will be remain. So 4 upon 5 divided by 2, that is 2 to the 4, that is equal to what? 10 divided by k. 10 divided by k. So that will be the probability distribution for x is equal to 2. Now we will calculate probability for x is equal to 3. That is the next term. Okay. So probability of x is equal to 3, 1 by k, phi c3. Phi c3, how can we calculate phi c3? Phi c3 is 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. That is 5 minus 3 factorial, 2 factorial, which is very similar to this value. Okay. So we have 10 divided by k. So again we will write 10 divided by k. Now for 4, for p of x is equal to 4, which is equal to 1 upon k phi c4. So what is the value for this? It will be again like this value. Okay, very same to this. So 5 by 4 k. Okay, 5 by 4, 5 by k. Sorry, it is 5 divided by k. Again for value 5, x is equal to 5, we have 1 by k. Okay, so these are the distributions. Okay, probability distribution for each value of x. Now we have to find the value for 1 by k. We have to calculate what is 1 by k. So how can we calculate that? So now we have probability distribution, and we know the basic rule, that is summation of p of x is equal to x is always 1. All the probability, if they are added together, the result is always 1. Okay. So we have 1 by k plus 5 divided by k plus 10 divided by k plus 5 divided by k, sorry, plus 10 divided by k again, plus 5 divided by k plus 1 divided by k is equal to 1. It is 1. So total probability is always 1. So what is the addition? 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 10 it is 16, 16 plus 10 it is 26, 20 plus 6 plus 6 it is 32. 32 divided by k is equal to 1. It means 32 is equal to what? K, if you multiply both the sides by k, we have 32 is equal to k. But we are asked to find the value of 1 by k. So 1 by k is equal to what? 1 by 32 is equal to 1 by k. So 1 by 32 is the correct option. Okay. Next question. So the probability mass function is given here. Probability mass function of a random variable is given here. So p of x is equal to 1 by 13 for x is equal to 1 to up to 30, and it is 0 otherwise. So now we have to calculate p of x. Okay. So if you draw the table, we cannot draw it actually. But for example, if you draw it, how can the table look? So all the values here in this period will be 1 by 30, 1 by 30, 1 by 30. Okay, all the probabilities are 1 by 30. See, they are not depend on what is the value of x. They are always 1 by 13. All the values are 1 by 13. So how E of x is given? E of x is equal to what? It is summation xi. P of x is equal to xi, isn't it? Xi into pxi. So how can we calculate it? It is equal to what? So first xi for value 1, it is 1 by 13. So 1 into 1 by 13. Plus for value of 2, it is again 1 by 13. Same for all of it. 3 into 1 by 13. Plus 4 into 1 by 13. Plus 5 into 1 by 13. And it is up to 13 into 1 by 13. Okay? 13 into 1 by 13. So for all these values, it is same like 1 by 13. So 1 by 13 can be taken out from the bracket. So 1 plus 2 plus 13. Okay? 1 plus 2 plus up to 13. All these will be added. So how can we calculate 1 plus 2 plus all the values together with up to 13? How can we calculate that? We know that it is given by 13 into 14 divided by 2, isn't it? This is the simple formula for if you are finding some n summation of first n term, it is given by n into n plus 1 divided by 2. The summation of n is equal to first n terms is n plus 1 divided by 2. So for first 13 terms it is 13 into 13 plus 1, that is 14 divided by 2. So this 13 and 13 they will get cancelled. So 2 ones are 2, 2 sevens are 4. So the answer will be 7. Okay? The answer will be 7. Okay, this was the last question from probability and binomial distribution. Now we will see some questions from vectors. Okay, we'll see some questions from vectors. So the first question from vectors is the vector equation. A vector equation is given to us. So r bar is equal to what? I cap minus 2j cap minus k cap plus t into 6j minus k. So what are these called? These are called as direction ratio. You must have learned this. Okay, these are called direction ratios, and this represents a line passing through point. So we have to find the point. Okay? So how can we calculate that? See, this line passes through 1 minus 2 1. So this vector represents the point that this r bar passes through. So the line passes through, the line passes through what? You can directly solve this. The line passes through these coordinates. Okay, so the coordinates are 1 minus 2 and minus 1, 1 minus 2 and minus 1, and we have to find one more point. This gives us one point and we have to find one more point. Then let suppose that point be, let the other point be x1 y1 and z1. Suppose this is our first point and we have to find one another point. Suppose that point be x1 y1 and z1. So how can we calculate this? The direction ratios are already given in the example. Direction ratios are given, which are 0, 6, minus 1. So I component is not given, so the x coordinate is 0. So 0, 6 and minus 1 are direction ratio. So we have x1 minus 0, sorry, x1 minus 1, x1 minus 1. See, we will subtract this from x1. Okay, x1 minus 1 is equal to what? It is 0. For second equation, we have y1 minus minus 2. That is y1 minus minus 2 is equal to what? It is 6. Again, z1 minus minus 1, it is minus 1, minus 1. So if we solve this, we have x1 is equal to 0. Now y1 plus 2 is equal to 6. That is y1 is equal to what? Y1 is equal to 6 minus 2, that is 4. So again for z1, z1 is equal to minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, that is z1 is equal to minus 2. 0, 6, 4 and 2, these are x, y and z coordinates. So x1, y1, z1, x1, y1, z1 is equal to what? 0, 4, comma, minus 2. So, sorry, not 0, it is x minus 1. So x1 is equal to what? It is 1. So 1, 4, comma, minus 2 is our second point. And first one is directly given in the vector equation, okay? Which was 1, minus 2 and minus 1. So one point is already given. And second point you can find out using direction ratio, okay? Now second equation, second question is if a cap a bar is equal to I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. So this is first vector. Second vector is b bar is equal to 2i plus 3j minus 4k, and c bar is equal to 4i plus 13j minus 18k. And what is given? C bar is equal to P A bar plus Q B bar. So this is the equation that is already given. Okay, so C bar is equal to what? P A bar plus Q B bar. Okay. So we have to find P plus Q. The value of P plus Q is what we have to find. Okay, so now we will put the values of A and B, A, B, and C in this equation. Okay, so these are three vectors that are already given, and also we are given an equation that is C is equal to P A bar is equal to P A bar plus Q B bar. So we will put these equations. Okay, so C bar is 4I plus 13J minus 18K. 4I cap plus 13J cap minus 18K cap is equal to what? P into P into A cap, A bar. So what is A bar? It is I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap, okay, plus what is given? Q into B bar. So Q into B bar. What is B bar? It is 2I cap plus 3j cap minus 4k cap. Okay. So these two values are all the vectors are given. So we use this equation. Now we have to compare it. Okay. So here 4I plus 13j minus 18k is equal to what? So this is I, this is also I. So if we add the coefficients, we have p plus 2q I. Now for j, it is minus 2p, so we will have minus 2p, and for j coefficient here 3. So 3 minus 2p, sorry, 2p minus 3q. Okay, minus 2p plus 3q, that is minus 2p plus minus 2p plus 3q j cap plus for k coefficient we have p into 3k, that is 3p, and q minus 4, that is minus 4q. So we have 3p minus 3p, 3p minus 4q k cap. Okay. So now we have to compare these two equations. Okay. So we compare this only I and j part. So 4 is equal to what? P plus P plus 2q is equal to what? P plus 2q. This P plus, see this I coefficient of I is P plus 2q here, and coefficient of I is 4 here. So P plus 2q is equal to 4. Similarly, minus 2p plus 3q is equal to what? It is 13. So now if we solve this, we have to solve it by using coefficient method. That is, can we have to cancel the coefficient, so in order to get it. Okay, so p plus 2p, here it is minus 2p, so we will multiply this equation by 2. We have 2p plus 4q is equal to 8. Okay, so if you multiply this equation by 2, we have 2p plus 4q is equal to 8. We will just see this is minus sign here and this has plus, so we will just add these equations, so they will get cancelled. So 3q plus 4q it is 7q, 13 plus 8 is 21. So q is equal to what? It is 13. Q is equal to 3. Value of q is 3. Okay, now we have to find the value of p as well. So we will put this value of q in this equation. Okay, so we have p plus 2q is equal to 4. Q is equal to 3. So we will put value of q in this equation. That is p plus 2 into 3, it is 4. P plus 6 is equal to 4. That is p is equal to what? It is minus 2. P is equal to minus 2. But see what we are asked. We are asked to find the value of p plus q. So what is p plus q? P plus q is minus 2 plus 3. Value of p is minus 2 and value of q is 3. So p plus q is equal to minus 2 plus 3, that is equal to 1. So 1 will be the correct option. Okay, so p plus q is equal to 1. So next question. Question is the vector equation. So this equation where the vector equation of line 2x minus 2 is equal to 3y plus 1 is equal to 6z minus 2 is. So we are given an equation in Cartesian coordinates and we have to find the equation in, it's a vector equation. Okay, what is given here? 2x, sorry, so first we will write down the given equation as it is. Okay, so the given equation is 2x minus 2 is equal to 3y plus 1 is equal to 6z minus 2. Okay, so now we can also write it as, if we take 2 common from this equation, we have 2x minus 1. So if we take 3 common from this equation, we have 3 into bracket, what will be there? Y plus, what will be there? It is 1 by 3. Okay? 1 by 3. Again, if we take 6 common, so we have z minus 1 by 3. Z minus 1 by 3. Okay. So in order to write this in standard form, we can write it as 2x minus 1 is equal to 3 y minus 1 by 3 is equal to 6 z minus 1 by 2. Okay. Now again, instead of writing this 2, 3 and 6 in the numerator, we can write them in denominator like this. So x minus 1 divided by, so this 2 becomes 1 by 2 is equal to y minus 1 by 3 divided by this 3 becomes 1 by 3 in the denominator. So again z minus 1 by 3 divided by this 6 becomes 1 by 6 in the denominator. Okay. So if you multiply all these, so this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 3 and 1 by 6. So their LCM is what? LCM is 6. So if you multiply whole equation by 6, we have x minus 1 divided by 3 is equal to y minus 1 by 3 divided by 2 is equal to z minus 1 by 3 divided by 6 into 6. 1 by 6 into 6, it is 1. So therefore we can write that. So what is asked here? We have to find the vector equation. So given line passes through, from this equation we can say that given line passes through 1 comma minus 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. Okay. See this. These points suggest which point the given line is passing through. Okay. So given line passes through 1 comma minus 1 by 3 and 1 by 3. And what are the directional ratios? Directional ratios are in the denominator. Okay. So directional ratios are 3 comma 2 comma 1. Okay. These are the directional ratios. So how is vector equation represented? Vector equation is given by how? It is given by this. Okay. So r bar is equal to I cap minus 1 by 3 j cap plus 1 by 3 k cap. So first these 3 points are given. Okay. So we have already called this in this example. Okay. The very first example, these 3 points they indicated the point that line was passing through. Okay. Similarly, we can use it here. Okay. So first the first point that the vector was passing. So we have this point first plus lambda into, now we will write direction ratio, that is 3i plus 2j plus k cap. 3, 2 and 1. So that's how you write the vector equation. First we have to write any point that the line is passing through. Any one point you should know that the line is passing through, and another thing you have to know is the directional ratio. Okay, so this is the correct option. Next question is, now we have the points A is equal to minus A minus B, B is equal to 0 0, C is equal to AB, D is equal to A square AB. Are, so we have to check what kind of points they are. Okay. So now see, first we will check for collinear directly. Okay. So you have to find the slopes of each pointer, slope of each segment, that is AB, AC, BC, CD. Okay. All the points you have to check the slope, and then you will understand what kind of points there are. Okay. So first we will find the slope of AB. So all the slopes will suggest what kind of point these are. Okay. So slope of AB is equal. How can we calculate slope? So we know the basic equation, that is y is equal to mx, or m is equal to what? Y by x. So we'll use that. Okay. Here. The slope of AB, this point is B, this is our A. So 0 minus minus B. 0 minus minus B divided by 0 minus minus A. 0 plus B, 0 plus A, that is equal to B divided by A. Slope of AB is equal to B divided by A. Again, what is slope of BC? Slope of BC is equal to, now this is B and C. So B minus 0 divided by A minus 0. It is again B by A. Now for slope of CD, slope of C and D. What is slope of CD? So AB minus B. AB minus B divided by what? A square minus A. A square minus A. So from both the numerator and denominator we can take A as a common element. Okay. So A B minus 1 divided by what? A minus 1. So A minus 1, B minus 1. Something is wrong here. So AB minus, sorry, it is not A, it is B. AB minus B, and A square minus A. So what can be common? So in this numerator we can take B as common element. Okay, so B A minus 1 divided by, in denominator we can take out A minus 1. So A minus 1 they will get cancelled. So it is B minus A. So all these slope, this is first, second, and this one is third slope. All of them are equal. So what is the property. So all the slopes are equal. That means A, B, C, D are what? They are collinear. Okay, they are collinear. Next question now. So if U bar and V bar are unit vector, what are unit vectors? Unit vectors means their length is length, or we call it as norm. Okay, norm of them is equal to 1, or length length is equal to 1, then we call it them as unit vectors. And theta is the acute angle between them. Then 2 u bar cross 3 v bar is a unit vector for what value? Okay, that is asked here. So how can we solve it? So first, what is given? U bar and v bar are unit vectors, which means that u bar is equal to 1 and v bar is equal to norm of v bar, or mod v bar is equal to 1. Mod u bar is equal to 1 and mod v bar is equal to 1, because they are, because u and v are unit vectors. Okay, as they are unit vectors, norm of u is equal to 1 and norm of v is equal to 1. So how cross product is given? U bar cross v bar. So u bar cross v bar is equal to what? It is mod u bar dot mod v bar into sine of theta. That is how cross product is given. How dot product is given? It is given by cos theta. Okay, this is sine theta for cross product. Okay, so how can we write that? See this, u bar cross v bar is equal to 7. What is the value of this? So we know what is value of mod u bar. It is 1 into v bar. It is again 1 into sine of theta. So we put these two values here. So now we have u bar cross v bar is equal to sine of theta. U bar cross v bar is equal to what? It is sine of theta. So we will use it somewhere. Now we have 2 u bar plus 3 v bar to calculate. Okay. So it is also a unit vector. So what is 2 u bar cross 3 v bar is again a unit vector. So we can again write 2 u bar cross 3 v bar is equal to what? 2 u bar cross 3 v bar is equal to 1, because 2 u bar cross 3 v bar is unit vector. So by vector properties, we can write 6 into u bar cross v bar is equal to 1. So this is vector property. What is that property? Alpha u is equal to what? Alpha into norm of alpha u is equal to what? Alpha into norm of u. So that is the property that we used here. Okay, so 6 into u bar cross v bar is equal to 1. But what is this value? This value is, we have already calculated that value. U bar cross v bar is equal to what? It is sine theta. So 6 sine theta is equal to 1. So sine of theta is equal to what? It is 1 by 6. So sine of theta is 1 by 6 for many thetas. Okay, actually many thetas. But what is here given? Theta is the acute angle, but theta is acute. Acute means what? It is between 0 to 90. So for 0 to 90, only one value. Okay? Only one value, for only one value of theta. That is this answer. Only one value of theta. This thing is true. Okay. Sine theta is equal to 1 by 6 is true for only one value of theta between 0 to 90 degree. That is for an acute angle. Okay. The next question is, see, 4 points are given to us, that are A, B, C, D, and their coordinates are given. We have to find the volume of parallelepiped with AB, AC, and AD as coterminous edges. So what are the coterminous edges? AB, we have to remember this. Okay, AB, AC, and AD are coterminous edges. How can we find AB first? We have to calculate all these values. Okay? All these vectors. That is, first vector is AB, or first side is AB. So how can we calculate that? AB is calculated as, we have to just subtract their coordinates. Okay. So for AB is 5 minus 3. So here A, this is A coordinate, this is D coordinate. So first 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 I, plus now second is minus 2 minus 7, minus 2 minus 7 j cap, plus minus 3 minus 4 k cap. Okay. So that is, this is the value of AB. Now another value that we have to find is AC. First we will calculate this, that is 5 minus 3 is 2I plus or minus directly minus 9j, 2I minus 9j minus k is equal to AB. Okay. So this is our first vector of first side of the parallel line. So now AC is equal to what? AC is given by, so this is A, this is our C. So we have minus 4 minus 5 I cap plus 5 minus 7, 5 minus 7 j cap plus 6 minus 4 k cap, 6 minus 4 k cap. So if we solve this, we have AC is equal to, side AC is equal to what? Minus 7I, AC is equal to minus 4 minus 3, minus 4 minus 3, that is minus 4 minus 3, that is minus 7 I cap minus 2 j cap, 5 minus 7 it is minus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap. So that is the vector representation of side AC. Now third one is AD. So we will calculate same for AD. Okay. So what is AD? B is our 1, 2, 3 and A is 3, 7, 4. So we have 1 minus 3 I cap. Second is 2 minus 7 plus 2 minus 7 j cap plus 3 minus 4 k cap. 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4 k cap. So vector is minus 2 I cap minus 5 j cap minus k minus k cap, okay, or 1 k cap. So these are three vectors. Okay, these are three vectors that we calculated for each side. Okay, now how can the volume be calculated? Volume of parallelepiped is given by this. Okay, so I will write formula here. Volume of parallelepiped. Volume of parallelepiped is given by AB, AC, AD. It is given by the determinant. So determinant is given by this 2 minus 9 minus 1. So we have to just write these components. Okay, 2 minus 9 minus 1. Now these components, that is minus 7 minus 2 2, minus 7 minus 2 2, minus 1 minus 2 2, and coordinate for these vectors, that are minus 2 minus 5 minus 1, minus 2 minus 5 minus 1, and you have to calculate the determinant. So how can you calculate that? It is given by this 2 into, so minus 2 minus 1 it is 2, minus minus 5 into 2 it is minus 10, that is plus 10. So 2 plus 10 minus minus 9, that is plus 9, that is into 7 minus 7 into minus 1 it is 7, minus 2 into minus 2 it is minus 4, that is plus 4. 7 plus 4 plus minus 1, that is minus 1 into these two terms, that is minus 7 into minus 5 is 35 minus 4. Okay, so minus 2 into minus 2 it is 4, so minus 4. So now the next step is 2 into 10 plus 2 it is 12, minus 9 into 11, minus 1 into 31, 22 is 31. So 12 into 2 is 24, plus 11 into 9 it is 99, minus 99, or sorry, plus 99, plus 99. This will be plus 99. This term is written negative. So negative of minus 9 it is plus 9. So plus 99. So we have plus 99 minus 31, which is equal to 92. into 92 cubic units. Okay, 92 cubic units. So this will be the correct option. Okay. So very easy formula for volume of parallelogram. You have three vectors. You just have to write their components and find the determinant. Next question is, if the vectors xi minus 3j plus 7k and I plus yj minus zk are collinear. What is given here? These vectors are collinear. Okay. Then the value of xy square upon z is equal to what? So we have to find this value. But what is given? Two vectors are given and it said that they are collinear. So what can we write here? So we have x upon 1 is equal to what? Minus 3 upon 1 is equal to 7 upon minus 0. 7 upon minus 0. So see here, when two vectors are collinear, okay, vectors are collinear, we can write this, okay. So ith component of I is x. Here it is 1. So x upon 1, we can write x upon 1 is equal to what? Now for j component, it is minus 3 here. And here it is y. So minus 3 upon y is equal to 7 divided by minus 0. And this, all these ratios are equal to some constant is equal to k. So we can write x upon 1 is equal to k, minus 3 upon y is equal to k, and 7 upon minus z is equal to k. Okay, 7 upon minus z is equal to k as well. So this gives that x is equal to k, y is equal to minus 3 divided by k, minus 3 divided by k. What is y? Value of y is equal to, if you put this x is equal to k here, we have y is equal to minus 3 divided by k. Okay. So y is equal to what? Value of y is equal to minus 3 divided by k. And what is value of z? Or 7 is equal to, we have 7 is equal to minus 7 is equal to minus z k. Okay. These three values we got. Okay. Now we have to find out value of x y square divided by z. But instead of this, we can write z is equal to what? 7 divided by minus k, or minus 7 divided by k. If you put all these values, this is value of z, this is value of y, and this is value of x. If you put all these values in this term, okay, so we have x is equal to k. What is value of y? It is minus 3 by k whole square, y square. So therefore we will square this term. And z is equal to what? Z is minus 7 divided by k. So we have, if we solve this, we have k into 9 divided by k square. K into 9 divided by k square divided by minus 7 divided by minus 7 by k. So this k and 1k, they will get cancelled. So we have 9 by k divided by minus 7 by k. So again this k and k, they will get cancelled and we have 9 divided by minus 7. Or we can write minus 9 divided by 7. So minus 9 divided by 7. So this will be the correct option. Next question is, if the vectors a bar is equal to 2 I cap minus q j cap plus 3 k cap and b bar is equal to 4 I cap minus 5 j cap plus 6 k cap are collinear. Okay, the two vectors are given and it is said that they are collinear. Okay, then the value of q is what? So we have to find the value of q. So we know that when when two vectors are collinear, how can we write them? We can represent them like this. Okay, b bar is equal to, these two are collinear, so we can write b bar is equal to lambda a1, or we can write a bar is equal to lambda b bar. So we will write anyone is okay. So we will write b bar is equal to lambda a bar. So now we will put the values. So b bar is equal to what? B bar is 4 I cap minus 5 j cap plus 6 k cap. Okay. Is equal to lambda a bar. So lambda into what is a bar? 2 I cap minus q j cap plus 3 k cap, that is equal to 2 lambda I cap minus 9 lambda j cap plus 3 lambda k cap, that is equal to 4 I minus 5 j plus 6 k. So now we will compare each component. So we have 2 lambda is equal to 4, that is lambda is equal to 2. So now we have the value of lambda. Okay, but we have to find the value of q. So where is q? So this is not 9, it is q. So q. So if we compare the j component, it is minus 5 is equal to minus q lambda. Minus 5 is equal to minus q lambda. That is 5 is equal to q lambda. That is 5 is equal to q into what? Lambda, value of lambda is 2. So q is equal to what? If we divide them by 2, we have 5 by 2. So q is equal to what? It is 5 divided by 2. So value of q is 5 divided by 2. Next question is, now a bar is given. What is a bar is equal to 10 I cap plus lambda j cap plus 2 k cap is perpendicular to b bar, and we have to find the value of lambda. So very easy question here. So these two vectors, when two vectors are perpendicular, they are perpendicular when their dot product is 0. Two vectors are perpendicular only when their dot product is 0. So we will take dot product of these two vectors. The first vector is 10I plus lambda j plus 2k, dot product with I cap plus j cap minus k cap is equal to 0. Now we will take the dot product. The dot product will be 10 into component of I in this vector is 1, so 10 into 1 it is 10. Similarly for next j component, lambda into 1 it is lambda plus 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2 is equal to 0. The dot product is 0 when vectors are perpendicular to each other. So 10 plus lambda minus 2, it is lambda plus 8 is equal to 0, that is lambda is equal to minus 8. So value of lambda is minus 8. So that will be the correct option. That's it for today. The remaining questions we will see in the next lecture.